Okay, so I done this recording maybe like 3 times now because it's always something. But anyway, okay, this is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to do the fearful attachment style person, okay? So with the fearful attachment style person, they are a combination of the anxious, preoccupied person, and they also have a lot of traits. And they also have a lot of traits of the dismissive, avoidant person, the emotional, unavailable person. Okay, so because the fearful attachment style person, I'm sorry, that's the airplane, y'all. Sorry, y'all. So because of the fearful attachment style person, okay, because they carry a lot of traits of the anxious, preoccupied attachment style, and because they carry a lot of traits of the dismissive, avoidant attachment style, okay, but the root, and I'm not going to go back into the anxious or the dismissive because I don't want to bore y'all with that again, but the root of the fearful attachment style is very, very different from the avoidant attachment style. The dismissive attachment style and the anxious attachment style. And the way you get this fearful attachment style is it comes through a trauma, okay? So it can come through a tragic trauma in your life that happened as you got older. So that means if you already had certain traits of an anxious, preoccupied attachment style, and you already had traits of a dismissive attachment style, then that means something could have happened so traumatic, that was a great trauma in your life as you got older, whether it was romantically, whatever. When you had that traumatic experience, what it did was cause you to go in a state of being in a fearful attachment style. Okay, so that's where that attachment style comes from. It comes from a traumatic experience of something you have been through in life as you got older. Even romantically, some people as they got older, they already had the anxious attachment style and they already had the dismissive attachment style. But where they end up getting this fearful attachment style, it came from a traumatic situation of something that happened in their life that caused them to have this attachment style of being fearful, okay? I'll give y'all the prime example because I love to give y'all examples so y'all don't have to kind of just wonder. Okay. From a little girl, I always had the anxious, preoccupied attachment style since I was a little bitty baby, a little girl, okay? And then as I noticed as I got older, I also started to realize I had a lot of the dismissive, avoidant attachment styles, okay? Now, what happened was the reason how, and don't get me wrong, in the attachment styles that I've had, now and where I'm at, I'm coming more into a secure attachment style every single day, okay? So what caused me to have certain traits of the fearful attachment style was a year and 4 months ago when, and I said this in other YouTube videos, when my boyfriend passed away in a tragic car accident just out of nowhere, out of the clear blue sky. I just didn't have a clue he was gonna pass away. And it happened so tragically for me. And when I say that it traumatized me, it traumatized my whole life to where I started to have traits of a fearful attachment style because of a traumatic loss that I had in my life a year and 4 months ago, okay? So in me having certain traits of the fearful attachment style, which now and where I'm at now, because I do a lot of self-care and a lot of self-love on myself now more than ever, and because I have really made a decision to really be determined to reconnect myself back with God and really just get in tune with what God needs me to do for myself to heal, then now I'm coming more into a secure attachment style more than anything. But it's not that I don't still have traits, because I do, and I do see my traits come up at times when it comes to the dismissive attachment style and the fearful attachment style and the anxious. I still see little traits. Not even little, but I still see traits. But every time I see those traits, I try to, not be hard on myself. But what I try to do is get to the root of, okay, why did I just feel that trigger and that trait come up, So I don't want to get sidetracked. So for me and where I'm at, because I've had these attachment styles and because I've been on the journey of self-love and self-care, now I am coming more into a secure attachment style more than ever, and what happens is that when we or a person operate in the fearful attachment style, okay, we know where it comes from now. It comes from a traumatic situation or a traumatic heartbreak or a traumatic situation that just shattered your life. That's where that fearful attachment style comes from. So I just want to tell everybody, if you are in a relationship or if you're dealing with somebody or if you encounter somebody with this type of attachment style, once again, don't take it personal, okay? Don't take it personal when you see this person with that type of attachment style. The reason why I'm telling you don't take it personal is because you got to understand that they have been through such a traumatic situation in their life where they either are in the process of healing or they still have not really learned the depths that they even have this attachment style so that they can heal, okay? So it's either one or the other, okay? So when you encounter a person with this type of attachment style, step back out of your own body and understand for a time, for a moment, that I don't have to take it personal, but I can understand that that person had a traumatic loss. They had a traumatic situation that just shattered their whole world. And now they're trying to figure out how to heal from it. Or they don't really understand that they're fearful and that they need to heal from it, okay? So I want to make that clear to everybody, okay? So understand with this type of attachment style, the fearful avoidant attachment style, okay? A lot of times it do stem from low self-esteem, okay? It stems from low self-esteem, okay? And a lot of people with this attachment style, what happened is they have been through a lot of rejection in their life, okay? So what happens is when this type of person has this type of attachment style, the fearful attachment style, is because they have been through a lot of rejection in their life, okay? It's because they have been through a lot of trauma, okay? And what happens when we've been through a lot of rejection and a lot of trauma in our lives, right? We don't know how to trust ourselves, let alone do we know how to trust the right connections to come in our lives when they do come, okay? So when you operating out of this attachment style, you don't even know if that connection is genuine or not, or you don't even know if that connection is really meant to be in your life. Why? Because you're fearful, okay? And because you don't trust yourself, you don't really trust the intuition that God is giving you to know how to connect with people sometimes, okay? So with this fearful attachment style, you got to understand that it's a struggle for people like this because they're trying to learn, how do I trust myself again, after such a traumatic loss or traumatic situation that shattered my world. And it comes with self-healing and self-love, you know what I'm saying? Because the thing is that if you can't trust who God is in you, if you can't trust yourself, you're not going to be able to trust the connections that God will send in your life. Okay, even if they genuine and they are divinely meant to be in your life, you won't know how to trust those connections that's coming in because you have not known how to trust yourself because you have not known how to trust yourself either. So with the person that deals with this kind of attachment style, okay, and I want y'all to also understand this, okay? When we think of fear, you got to understand that God allows us to feel things for a reason, okay? So you can meet a person and you can kind of be, having a certain type of fear about something, okay? And sometimes you got to distinguish what's your intuition and what's really just your imagination of you fearing something. And I want to just say that you got to know the difference of what's your intuition. That's just like if you're around a group of people and you start feeling a certain way, and you start feeling kind of fearful and something rising up. You got to distinguish, is that my intuition telling me to not connect with this group of people, or is it that my own imagination of me fearing to connect with these people? Because I don't trust myself, let alone do I trust people to connect with. Okay, so that's what happens with the fearful person attachment style. And another thing with the fearful attachment style person is that they just have experienced a lot of hurt, a lot of rejection, a lot of pain in their life. You know, even as they got older, they've experienced it. Okay. So with this attachment style, I'm not going to make this video long. So with this attachment style, if you really want to heal this fearful attachment style, the best way to do it is with self-love and self-care. Okay? Meaning you have to find what is going to be your self-love and your self-care. You have to be able to identify. You have to be able to sit with yourself, sit with God. Sit with God's spirit and allow God to show you how to give yourself that self-love and that self-care so that you can heal this attachment style. When I say that it's possible, it is very possible to heal this attachment style. It's possible to heal every single one of these attachment styles I did videos on. But you have to be willing to sit with yourself internally. You have to be willing to go back and revisit those old traumatic experiences that shattered your life. You have to be willing to sit with God's spirit and allow God to show you what is it that you need to do for yourself so that you can get the self-love and the self-healing and the self-care that you need so that you can heal properly, effectively, and in a healthy way. So that's the number one thing you can do to heal this fearful attachment style is you got to learn self-love and self-care. Okay? Because when you learn how to give yourself that self-love and self-care, you're going to be able to start healing that fear of rejection. You're going to start being able to heal that fear of not trusting yourself and trusting the connections that come in your life. You're going to be able to start healing from that tragic loss or that trauma that shattered your world. You're going to be able to start healing internally from those things that caused you to get this type of attachment style. Sorry, it's something in my eye, y'all. Jesus Christ. Ooh, stuck. Okay, so with this type of attachment style, that's the way you heal it, okay? And also another way you can heal this fearful attachment style is stepping outside of your comfort zone, okay? So that means stepping outside of your box. That means the very thing that you be fearing to do, that's what you need to do. I'll give y'all the prime example. I was struggling with this freaking video, for real, y'all. Like, I was like, okay, God, do I want to do the video? Don't I? But I struggled with this video, right? So I promise y'all, I woke up this morning and I was walking to the park and I was like, forget it. I'm going to just do the video as it is and leave it. So that was me fearing to do this type of attachment style video. But what am I doing now? I'm doing the video. I'm sharing all of this information with y'all. And I'm facing the very thing that I feared. You see what I'm saying? So that means I'm allowing God to stretch my faith. I'm allowing God to grow me more. I'm allowing God to bring me out of my comfort zone so that I can go higher, so that I can heal continually. You see what I'm saying? And me doing these videos are very therapeutic for me. Like me doing these relationship self-healing videos, they really help me to heal internally from a lot of things that I have been through in my life. So I say that to say, when another way, if you want to heal this fearful attachment style, you have to be willing to face the very things that you fear. That means that if you fear writing that book, you need to write that book. That means if you fear showing your face on YouTube because you fear what people gonna think and say, that means you need to show your face and face that. That means if you fear stepping into that romantic relationship or that new connection with a new person, that means you need to probably just test the waters and step in it and see what happens. So to heal, another way to heal this fearful attachment style, step into the very thing that you're fearing. Come out of your comfort zone. Do the very thing that you fear that you couldn't do. That's another way to heal it. A third way to heal this attachment style is to begin to slowly let down your guards a little bit. I'm not saying all the way, people, please. I'm not saying just drop them. I'm not, because it's going to be hard. But I promise you, baby steps is better than no steps. So what I mean is slowly let down your guards. Allow yourself to connect with people. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be a deep connection off the start, but just allow yourself to connect with new people that are like-minded like you, where you can connect with them and you can just gradually start to let your guard down. Gradually just start to trust yourself, to trust the connections that's coming in your life right now. Okay? So me connecting with everybody on YouTube and me really collabing and coming into everybody else's YouTube page and seeing them and supporting them and congratulating them and seeing them to their success and seeing them grow. Me looking at all of that, that's another form of connecting. Why? Because you're able to see somebody else's success and congratulate them and genuinely support them and love them and want them to even go higher. So slowly let down your guards and understand that when it's divine timing, God is going to bring certain people in your life that you're supposed to connect with, right? And the reason why that is because God already knows that if I can bring this person into her life or his life to connect with, that's God allowing you to come out of your box, to come out of your comfort zone, to face your fear of connecting with other people. That's another way you can let down your guard slowly, by connecting with other people. Allowing yourself to have some type of vulnerability to say, let me connect with these people. Okay? Another way you can heal this fearful attachment style is by learning how to trust your own intuition. Okay? My thing is this, is that when you do a lot, and a lot of times, understand, self-love, self-care, it does not consist of one day a week. It don't consist of 2 days. You have to every single day do self-love and self-care on yourself, okay? Every single day. You have to always have a new outlet, or an outlet of what you're going to do in that day to give yourself that self-love and that self-care, okay? And understand that your self-love and your self-care won't look like every single day. You see what I'm saying? Like one day God may say, hey, I just want you to sit in silence with me and don't do anything and just listen to music. That's it. And just praise me. And another day God may say, hey, I want you to go sit at the park in silence and just be with nature and just heal. You see what I'm saying? Or another day God may say, or another day you may just want to just meditate, whatever it is you need to do. Or another day you just may want to go get your nails done or your toes done, or just whatever you do for your self-love and self-care. That's what you have to do every single day. So understand that self-love and self-care is going to continually be an ongoing thing for all of us until we leave this earth. We're going to always have to protect our own energy and always give ourselves that self-love and self-care every single day, because nobody else is going to give it to you but yourself. That's why it's called self-love and self-care. So understand that. And understand that when healing this fearful attachment style, you gotta learn how to start trusting who God is in you. You gotta learn that when you give yourself the self-love and the self-care and the self-nurturing, I promise you, that's when you'll begin to trust your intuition so much more. I promise you this. When I started to really started, like I say maybe a year, going on year and a half ago or something, when I really started to learn about self-love and self-care and what it means to do it and how to effectively do it so that I can heal every day, I promise y'all, your intuition will heighten. Like your intuition will just skyrocket. You see what I'm saying? When I say that you'll hear God's voice so clear and you'll be so in tune with what God is telling y'all, you'll be so in tune. You see what I'm saying? It won't be any second guessing. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. I wanted to make sure y'all can hear the last part. And so that's what it is when it comes to self-love. So when you have your self-love and your self-care, I promise you, like, you'll be sitting in a room and God will speak so clear to your spirit, and you'll be so in tune, and you'll know exactly what to do. You'll wake up in the morning and God will prompt you, do this, do this, do this. And you'll be so in tune with God's spirit that you'll be just flowing wherever God needs you to flow. Why is that? Because now you are giving yourself that self-love, that self-care. And now by you protecting your energy, what you're doing, your intuition and who God's spirit is in you has heightened so much, where now you are becoming a secure attachment style. And that's the goal that we all are getting to now. You want to always get to the attachment style of being secure. Secure in who? Secure in God. Secure in who God made you to be. And secure in who God is within you. That's the attachment style you want to get to. So, I love you guys. You guys be blessed. I want to tell y'all that I thank y'all for all the love and support that y'all have given me. And when I say it means everything to me when I see y'all comments under my videos and the love and the support, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if people don't agree with my videos, I take those comments and I look at those with a new set of eyes and a new perspective, you know, because we all learning every day. And every opportunity that I get to learn, I want to learn something new. So I just appreciate all of y'all, and I just really genuinely thank y'all for just really stepping in and supporting me and watching my videos, and really just subscribing to my channel, because I came from 8 subscribers to almost 300 now. And like, y'all don't understand how grateful I am for God, and how grateful I am that God positioned people like y'all to really support, and we support each other, because my thing is, I want us all to win. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when you support somebody else, God gonna support you, and God gonna send you the support. You know what I'm saying? As you push other people to the top, you already shooting to the top. And that's what, as YouTubers, we supposed to be doing. We supposed to be supporting each other to shoot the next person to the top, you know? And understand that our time will come. So everybody journey is looking different. My lane is not the next person's lane. Your lane is not my lane. But we all gonna get to our destination, but it's just gonna be at different timings. But a lot of times God will be testing us to see, can I trust you that you'll support somebody else? Can I trust you that you're gonna push somebody else to the top? Can I trust you that you genuinely gonna show love to somebody else, and really authentically, genuinely continue to support them in the way that God needs you to support? Because we as people are flaky. We'll support you one minute and we won't. But I promise you, God is a God of love. God is a God where he will never leave you nor forsake you. God is a God where he will consistently support you when nobody else will. And that's what I sit here and tell y'all, that no matter who's supporting y'all, no matter who's not supporting y'all, understand that God is a God of love. God is a God where he knows where you have no support, I'm going to support you. So I wanted to tell y'all this, because I wanted y'all to understand that I appreciate y'all, and I love y'all, and I thank y'all all for everything that y'all have done, and the support and the love that y'all have shown me on all of them videos, and the fact that y'all have subscribed. Like, I appreciate y'all, and I'm only here to give all of that love back, and genuinely give it back, and stay connected. I have no intentions on unconnecting. I'm here, and I'm here to support all, and I'm here to see everybody win. And so I thank y'all, and I love y'all. Y'all are beautiful souls, and y'all keep up the good work on y'all YouTube pages, because y'all are doing some beautiful things and creative with it. All right. Bye-bye.